Welcome to Necromunda Monday. This is the first series on this channel, and since it is the first episode, this intro will be a bit longer than normal, so if you're only here for the kit bashing, skip ahead to the time shown on screen now. For those of you that haven't left and are wondering, what is Necromunda Monday? This series will be diving into kit bashing models from Games Workshops Necromunda. As I don't know about you lot, but one of my biggest gripes with Necromunda and Games Workshop as a whole is they spoil us with a lot of lovely stat blocks for Dramatis Personae, hangers on, both neutral and guild specific, but a lot of these don't have official models. So in this series we will be changing that by kit bashing these missing models, using the information, stat blocks and images we have at our disposal. These videos will be in a format and such that if you want to use these as tutorials, guides, or just as inspiration to get your own creative brain juices flowing, this video covers it all. So I think I've rambled on enough. Let's sharpen our blades, spill some paint, and regret some dice rolls, and let's get down to it. For the first episode of this series, I wanted to tackle a lesser known hanger-on, specifically one for the Orlocks gang. This hanger-on I have personally had a lot of fun using in games, that being the Grease Monkey. This hanger-on came out in the House of Iron book in 2020, and today we will be making a model for it. Where do we start with the Grease Monkey? Let's look at his stats, and there are three main things that stand out to me. 1. They have no additional armour. 2. They come equipped with a flamer and a maul. And 3. These are specifically written as a wrench and a blowtorch. Now, when I think of a blowtorch, I instantly think of a real life comparison, and I don't think it fits both in the theme of Necromunda or as a flamer. So, we will make something more thematic, something bigger, something bulkier. As for the wrench, you could always go with one from the Orlock kit. However, for this model, I'm going to go for a more spanner than a wrench, as I think the one used in this video gives a better silhouette to the model, as you will see on screen now. So, let's show you how I made them. So first, we're going to need the bits from the flamer from the Taxxi Admic model, a spanner arm from the Cadian upgrade sprue, a body in either a left arm or both arms that match, your choice. I'm using the Hive Scum model for this, and a head. I've picked this one only because he has goggles. We'll start with the welding gun flamer. We'll do this by making incisions in the Taxxi flamer here and here, as well as the arm of your choice. This can be a left arm or a right arm as long as it's holding a gun. I am using a right arm. I will make my cuts in the one here, as well as here, containing the pistol grip. I'll make these cuts and I'll get back to you. Now, this is what you should have left. I have discarded the leftover bit of the gun as this is not needed. However, this nozzle part of the flamer we still do need. We'll need to make an additional cut here. We don't care about the back of this nozzle, but we do care about the front, as we'll be using this part of the gun. Now that we have made these cuts, you can see what we have left. However, the canister is getting in the way of the hand, so we will have to remove it. But we're going to keep a hold of this canister, so be careful when removing, as we will use it later on the gun itself. I will do this now. Now that we've removed the canister, we have all the parts we need. Let's get them glued together. Excluding the canister, I will show you where this goes in a little second. Now that we have the gun glued together, this is how it looks, minus the canister. I think it fits the Necromunda theme very well, and it could be used as a makeshift flamer to burn your enemies. Love the smell of barbecue. If we turn it round, we can see there's a perfect indent just here in the flamer. This is where we're going to stick the canister that we removed from the bottom of the flamer earlier on. I'm just going to grab that now, and let's get it done. That was nice and simple. That is now finished the welding gun flamer. Let's put it aside and we'll move on to the next piece. The piece we'll be working on next will be the body. The body I'm using is from the Hive Scum kit, but you could really use any body you like, or one that fits your gang theme better. Just glue it up, following the instructions. Once we're done, we'll move on. We'll move on to the other arm. This is where your model may vary. I'm going to have to make cuts in the spanner arm here and here, along with cuts in the chainsaw arm here and here, so I can glue the spanner onto the chainsaw arm's hand. If you put the welding gun flamer in your model's left hand, you can just glue the original spanner arm from the Cadian upgrade sprue onto your model, no alterations. Now that we have all the parts finished for this model, all we have to do is glue them together. As I'm laying these parts out, some of you eagle-eyed viewers might spot the spanner is slightly out of line. I do go back and re-straighten this. Oh, and we can't forget his head. He needs to at least see one game before he loses it to a round from a stub gun. And a little bit more glue, and there we go, finished model. Hopefully no tears and blood to speak of. I personally think this model looks great and is exactly what I wanted. Now, time for the close-ups. I would like to take a minute as some high-res photos of the model that we've made today appear on screen to thank everybody for watching the first episode of the series, and to say that I would love to hear from you all in the comment sections below, not only for your feedback, but for any other models you would like to see going forward in the series. And with that, that's the episode finished. If you liked what you've seen, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with any other Necromunda fans you may know, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week on Necromunda Monday.